Hi guys, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having an amazing day today, you guys. So today I have so many exciting news that I want to talk about with you today. Let me tell you something, earlier on the previous live yesterday, I was telling you guys how yesterday was the last day to lock in those special prices, you guys. So if you did, you did it. If you did, you didn't. If you sleep, if you snooze, you lose. Okay? So if you sleep, you miss out on the opportunity. I try to tell you guys, but that's aside from the point. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have so many amazing promotions and specials going on here at Icon Cosmetic Center that I'm honestly so excited and so happy about everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. Okay, so extremely important that we remember, you guys, with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. It honestly has never been easier like today right now for you to finally get your surgery, you guys. So extremely important that we do remember all of this amazing information. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you guys are receiving the best of the best. Okay, so with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure as well that absolutely everything that we are doing here, everything that we have to offer is being the right information, the right thing. So what does that mean, you guys? When we're looking forward to getting surgery, we want to make sure that the person that we're going to is a board certified surgeon. We want to make sure that the clinic works as a very highly professional staff. Okay, we want to make sure that we are receiving not only amazing results but also a good experience overall, highly attentive attention, feeling prioritized, feeling comfortable, feeling cared for, and all of these things are things that are really important. Okay, so when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, even if you decide to not go with Icon, which would be a great mistake, because let me tell you something, this clinic truly does check out every single one of the boxes I just mentioned to you. Now, not only are we gonna deliver amazing results, okay, like when I'm telling you right now, these doctors do not play about their patients. And if you're getting to know us now, you could go ahead and take a look at us at Icon Cosmetic Center on our Instagram. Look at those gorgeous before and afters. We don't post as many before and afters here on TikTok, actually, because TikTok is more sensitive to that kind of content, you guys. So that's the reason why we don't. But I'm here to let you know now that if you've been wanting to look at before and afters for a while, I'm here to let you know that you can just on Instagram. Okay, and also we post our patients' testimonies on Instagram as well. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are super important for us to remember, super important. Okay, so that way you can go ahead and take a look for yourself. Now, one of the things that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important that we remember is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we offer free virtual consultations and we also offer free in-person consultations. Okay, so for anyone that is wondering, like, oh, what if I live outside of the state, or what if I live outside of the country, that never put a stop to the show, you guys. I'll tell you that much. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have so many amazing different options that you guys can go with. So let me explain real quick. You guys, make sure that you are leaving your information right here in this yellow folder in my left bottom corner. Okay, you guys, make sure that you're leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Okay, extremely important that we remember that information. I see lots of people are joining the live right now. Angela, Debbie, Jojo, Red, Carla. How you guys doing today? Elstolia, how are you guys doing today? Welcome. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Happy Thursday. We're almost about to be done with the week. How exciting. So, as I was saying, you guys, one of the things that I wanted to mention to you is that, let's say, for example, you're watching me from outside of the state or outside of the country, and you're wondering, I've been wanting to get surgery. I want to get my surgery with Icon, and you've been looking forward to getting your surgery with us. I'm here to let you know now, you guys, that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, honestly, has never been easier like right now, for you to finally be able to get your surgery. So with that being said, you guys, you know, for example, let's say that you're in Texas, or you're in Canada, Panama, or, you know, outside of the country or outside of the state. So with that being said, you guys, you can still get a free virtual consultation. And how amazing is that? You can literally get a consultation for free with a professional, with a board certified surgeon, and you get tips and recommendations, and you get feedback on, you know, you can get your doubts answered, you can get your questions answered, you know, you can get led towards the right direction for your body type and for your needs and your wants. So I'm letting you guys know now that if you've been, you know, having your eye on us here at Icon Cosmetic Center, you've been known about who Icon Cosmetic Center is, I'm here to let you know now, you guys, that with everything that we have to offer, honestly has never been easier like today right now for you to finally get surgery. So really important that we remember all of that information. Another thing that is important for us to remember as well, you guys, is that when we are looking forward to getting surgery, another thing that is really important for us to remember, you guys, is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, it is extremely important that we remember we are always going to want to go with the best of the best. Okay, you guys, we only want the best working on us. We only want the best results, the best clinic, the best nurses. I'm here to let you know now that Icon Cosmetic Center is exactly that. So with that being said, another thing that I wanted to say is that for my people that live here in Miami, we also offer free in-person consultations. So if you're listening to me right now and you've been wanting to have a consultation with us, but for some reason you thought that you have to pay money for it, I'm here to let you know now that you actually don't have to pay any money for it. You could actually go ahead and just leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. That way we can schedule you for a free virtual consultation or a free in-person consultation. Okay, you guys, so with that being said, I wanted to talk about what we're supposed to know for when we are coming out here to Miami from outside of the state or outside of the country. Okay, so something that is really important for us to remember, you guys, is that we have to always listen to the surgeon's recommendations and like what the surgeon says for us to do, because at the end of the day, you guys, absolutely everything has a purpose, it has a reason, and it has a why behind it. Okay, so with that being said, you know, if we're coming outside of the state or outside of the country and we're planning to get a tummy tuck or we're planning to get a BBL, you know, just a few examples, and you're planning to just get your body done, and then 2-3 days after you're gonna go back home, that is a big no. Okay, you guys, you have to stay in the city of Miami at least, you know, minimum 7 days. Okay, minimum of 7 days, a full week. And let me tell you something else, you know, not just because oh, you know, like for your results, for us to be able to, like, you know, check up on you. You know, we really do prioritize doing follow-ups with every single one of our patients. So that is something that is really important for us. So it's not even just so much just about that, you guys. It's also about the fact that when we are looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, this is something that we have to keep in mind. So when we are looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, you know, whether it's been your first, your second, your third surgery, it's really important for us to remember that we need to allow our body to heal. Like, at the end of the day, this is a surgery, and, you know, we have to respect our body. We have to listen to our body. We have to nourish our body. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that, you guys, is that when you have to ask for time off from work, or when you have to, you know, maybe you have kids, maybe you have a business, and you got to figure out, you know, who you're going to leave them with, you know, how you're going to, you know, do things, whatever that, you guys figure that out, and then you come out here to Miami. One of the things that I wanted to tell you that is really important for you guys to remember is that the day of surgery, like the day that you get surgery, doesn't count as one of the days of the 7 days that you have to stay in the city of Miami. It's the following day that will be counting as the first day that you have to be staying in the city of Miami. Okay, you guys? So let's say, for example, I get surgery today. So today is not day 1 and then I have 6 days left. No, it's the following day that is day 1 and then I have 6 days left. Okay, so those are things that are really important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind, you guys. So make sure that when you are looking forward to getting surgery, this is something that you're aware of. This is something that you're keeping up with. You know, this is something that It doesn't catch you by surprise. So that's why I like to, you know, go over absolutely everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. That way, you know, it's easier, you know, for when the day. Liela, ¿cómo estás? Buenos días. ¿Cuántos doctores tiene la clínica? Tenemos 9 doctores. Tenemos 9 doctores en total. Y todos son board certified. Debbie Castañeda, how you doing? Good morning. Y'all have a recovery house, or where do you stay when you come from out of town? So, I don't recommend you a recovery house. I'll never recommend you a recovery house, and let me tell you why. The reason with these recovery houses, you guys, is that many of them are managing these business under illegal circumstances. So, you know, they are not certified. They're not RN nurses. You know, they're like, I just would never recommend a recovery house. I just don't trust them. So I think that, you know, a lot of them work under illegal circumstances, and here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we will never suggest or recommend you any recovery house. Okay, so what I do recommend for you guys to do is when you're coming outside of the state or outside, you know, of the country, what I do recommend is that you get somebody that can take care of you, you know, like your parents, you know, your partner, a close friend, a close family member, you know, like your cousin, your aunt, your best friend, your partner, your parents, I don't know, you know, someone that knows you and that can take care of you. Now, if you want to, you know, hire somebody so you could have, you know, like more professional help, I highly recommend hiring an RN nurse. Okay, so an RN nurse is what you want to be hiring. By recovery houses and stuff like that, you guys, I highly recommend to not go to recovery houses. Okay, because the thing is that most of the time, 9 times out of 10, you know, they're doing things under illegal circumstances, and you know, you want the attention to be on you. You don't want to be somewhere where it's just a bunch of people that just got operated and the attention is kind of divided in 10 people. You know, like that is something that you just don't want for yourself. So I highly recommend for you guys to make sure that you are doing everything like how you're supposed to be doing it. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that we are giving you guys the best information, the best of the best. So, you know, go ahead and leave your information right here in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you. Chicos y chicas, pongan su teléfono acá, aquí en esta libretica amarilla que ven aquí a mi lado izquierdo. Van a darle clic y vas a poner tu nombre, tu número y tu email. Así nos podemos poner en contacto contigo. Extremadamente importante que recuerden esta información, chicos y chicas. Is it common for women with big stomachs, no children, to have tummy tuck? Yeah, of course, love, of course. Because let me tell you something, like a tummy tuck isn't limited for only people that have gotten pregnant in the past. It's also for people that, you know, have experienced it's also for people that that have experienced major weight loss. So when you've experienced major weight loss, you know, like this is where do you have any May specials? Debbie Castañeda, the specials ended yesterday, actually, love. So they ended yesterday, so that's why I keep telling you guys. Okay? That's why I keep telling you guys, make sure that absolutely everything that I'm talking to you guys about right now, you guys are doing it, you guys are keeping up with it, because it is not every day where you can get to see such amazing results with a really good plastic surgery place. Okay, so I'm letting you guys know now. I know, girl, I'm so sorry, But you know, you could still leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? So extremely important that we remember that information, you guys. Another thing that is important for us to remember is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, it is really important for us to remember at the end of the day, you want to be making sure that when you are coming out here, you know, you got somebody that can take care of you, you know, can assist you, that knows you, like how you are and stuff like that. So these are things that are really, really, really important for us to keep in mind. Now, you know, I don't want to say that there's always specials going on, but like, you know, there's always like a good amount of specials in the year. So, you know, if you didn't get this one, just make sure that you are keeping your phone on hand and make sure that you are keeping up with absolutely everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, you guys. I'll wait and watch out for the next special so I can book. Yeah, Debbie, I'm telling you now, love, like you can literally leave your information here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. You can get your free virtual consultation or your free in-person consultation, you know. And as soon as that special comes in, you just put in your $250 deposit in, and you know, you're good to go and you're set. So I'm here to let you know now, you guys, that with everything that we have to offer. So I was just not available last 2 days. I did already, so I was just not available last 2 days. Oh, okay. Well, girl, that's all right. But as I was saying, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys, I wanted to talk about what Cell Saver is. Which Debbie, I believe there was another girl here that asked me another question. Where is she? Ty's live. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I'm not just talking to these two girls I just mentioned. I'm talking to every single one of you, okay? So one of the things that I wanted to mention to you that is important for us to know about is what Cell Saver is and why I think everybody that is getting surgery should get it, okay? So when we are getting surgery, you guys, it is completely normal for us to be experiencing, you know, like to lose blood, you know, blood loss. So with that being said, since it's super normal for us to be experiencing blood loss, you guys, one of the things that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, you know, all of the things that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center honestly has never made it easier for you to finally be able to get surgery, you guys. So with that being said, you know, you want to be making sure that you are getting that Cell Saver, because the Cell Saver is a machine that purifies the blood. So while you're undergoing surgery and, you know, you're losing blood, you're not really losing blood. With the Cell Saver, you're not really losing this blood, because the Cell Saver gets all the blood that you are supposed to be losing throughout the surgery. It purifies the blood, and then it puts it right back into your body. Okay, you guys, so this is something that is really, 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 really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind. That way, you know, we can go ahead and finally get our surgery, you guys. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really, really important that we remember as well is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, honestly, has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. So with that being said, you guys, you know, like you may be wondering, well, why do I need Cell Saver? Because not only is it putting the blood that you're supposed to lose, is putting the blood back into your body, but it's also gonna be helping you to feel a lot better the next day. So the next following day, when you wake up from your surgery, you're gonna realize that you're feeling a whole lot better. You're feeling super refreshed. You're feeling super, you know, like more energized. So that's why I highly recommend for you guys to get Cell Saver, because Cell Saver is something that is gonna be helping you guys out a lot. Sorry, you guys, my back hurts. So, with that being said, that's the reason why I highly recommend getting Cell Saver, because it's just something that is like a game changer. Everyone that gets Cell Saver, they tell me about how energized, how good they feel the very next day. And that's what you want, you guys. You don't want to feel bad. You don't want to feel crappy. You don't want to feel like out of it, you know. You want to be making sure that absolutely everything that, you know, you're doing, it's going to be done like the right, correct way. Okay, you guys. So with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have so many amazing different things to offer to you guys. So I just really wanted to make sure that you guys know about everything that we have to offer here to you. So another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important to remember as well is that with the help of everything that we are seeing here right now, especially these financial plans that I'm about to get into, it really makes it so easy for us to finally be able to get our surgery. You know, I can understand how sometimes it can get a little tricky, you know, finally be able to get your surgery, and then you have to like shift your focus and go and do something else. You know, these are things that are really, really, really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind, you guys. So, you know, you want to be making sure that absolutely everything that we have to offer here to you, you're doing it, you're up to date with it. Okay, so those are things that are really, really, really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind. Okay, so another thing that is important for you guys to remember is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it is extremely important that we remember as well that you need to be making sure that absolutely everything that I'm talking about right now, you guys, you are keeping up with it. You're making sure that you like have the recollection that Icon Cosmetic Center literally exists, you guys. So if you've been looking forward to get surgery, I'm letting you guys know now that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, honestly has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. So these are things that are extremely important for us to remember. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that when we are getting surgery, there is a couple of things that we need to stop doing for when we are getting surgery, you guys. It is extremely important that we remember these things. Okay, so absolutely every single one of these things is important for us to remember. Why? Because when we're looking forward to getting surgery, we want to be making sure that, you know, we are doing everything that we're supposed to be doing, you guys, that we are absolutely, you know, helping ourselves out in the sense that we're educating ourselves and on the clinic, on the surgeons, you know, doing research about them. Why do I keep saying this? Because you guys, I am so confident into what you're gonna find about Icon Cosmetic Center, and you're gonna get to see with your own eyes for yourself. Because I feel like when you see things for yourself instead of someone like telling you, I feel like, you know, you feel this sense of security and like safeness and comfortability that, you know, is unmatched. So that's why I'm letting you guys know now. Like, if you've been looking forward to getting your surgery, you know, you've been wanting to get your surgery, I'm here to let you know now that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it honestly has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are extremely important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind as well. Now, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure that absolutely everything that we have to offer here to you guys, you know, is being done the right way, the correct way. Okay, so extremely important that you guys do remember that information. Another thing that is important for you guys to remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we just have so many amazing different things to offer to you guys. And not only that, like, you know, when it comes down to, let's say for example, you have a very specific body type and, you know, you're not sure if you're gonna be able to like reach like the desired results that you want or things like that, I'm here to let you know now, you guys, that you must not know about Icon Cosmetic Center, which is completely fine. You know, you could get to finding out about us and how we are as a clinic and everything that we have to offer here to you guys. So these are things that are really, really important for us to remember. Okay, these are things that are really, really important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind. So we want to be making sure that absolutely everything that we have to offer here to you, you know, we are keeping up with it, we are doing it. So, you know, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure that we are doing absolutely everything that we need to be doing. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are really, really important for us to remember, for us to keep up with. So you want to be making sure that you are, you know, doing everything that you're supposed to be doing in order for you to be able to finally get your surgery. Okay, you guys, so with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really, really important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure that we're making the most out of today, that we're making the most out of right now. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really important that we remember as well is that with the help of these financial plans, you guys, like the limitations, there's none. These financial plans that I'm about to tell you right now, they're so affordable. You know, they're cheaper and more inexpensive than, you know, our daily bills. You know, like our daily bills being like food and gas and clothes and shoes and, you know, just all of these different things that we, you know, constantly have to pay. Going out, nails, hair, accessories, bags, you know, all of these different things that we constantly have to pay, you guys. Like, I'm letting you know now, these financial plans are so much more affordable than our daily expenses, which is something crazy, because when I tell you guys like these amazing prices, you're gonna be stunned. Okay, as you can see right here, right above my head, you can see that these financial plans, the companies that we do these financial plans with, are Alpha on Credit and Care Credit, you guys. Okay, so extremely important that you guys do remember that amazing information. Another thing that is important for you guys to remember is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, one of the things that is really important for us to keep in mind as well is that we want to be making sure that absolutely everything that we are doing here at Icon Cosmetic Center, everything that we have to offer here to you guys, we are doing it and we're doing it the right, correct way. So with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure that we are receiving absolutely everything that it is that we're supposed to receive, you guys. So make sure that at the end of the day, you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. Go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner, and there's a blue folder. In this yellow folder right here, you guys put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you. Really, really important that we remember that information. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is just as important as well is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, it is really important for us to remember that we want to be making sure that absolutely everything that we're doing is being done the right, correct way. Okay, so with that being said, the financial plans are the following. For a BBL, you can pay as low as $29 weekly or $129 monthly. Okay, you guys, so I'm letting you know now with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it is extremely important for us to remember that everything that we have to offer here is very much yours if you want it to be. Okay, so for the people that don't know what a BBL is a fat transfer to the buttocks, you guys. Okay, so a BBL is a fat transfer to the buttocks and to the hips. This is what gives you more projection, you know, more volume. This was gonna be giving you all those things, okay, you guys? So I'm letting you know now, with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it is extremely important for us to remember that we have to be making sure that absolutely everything that we're doing, you know, we're doing it the correct way. We're getting prepared for our surgery. And what do I mean by this? You know, before surgery matters just as much as after surgery. You know, there is a couple of things that you have to stop doing before you get your surgery. Okay, you guys, like for example, if you're somebody that you like to smoke electronic vapes, or you like to go out drinking every weekend or every other weekend, you know, and stuff like that, which I don't judge you guys, you know, like have all the fun that you want, you know, we only live once. But when we're coming down to get surgery, that's where things get a little more serious, and that's where things, you know, you have to stop immediately on these things. Okay, let me explain to you why. Alcohol is a blood thinner, you guys. Okay, so since that's a blood thinner, we want to stay away from anything that is going to be thinning out our blood. That is one. Second, when we are smoking these electronic vapes, or you know, the electronic vapes that have no kind of chemicals at all, like the ones that people use for when they're trying to quit smoking, the thing with this, you guys, is that even the vapes that have chemicals on them, you may think like, oh, you know, like it's not really doing much, like it's not, like nothing's really happening. The thing with this, you guys, like the reality of this is that when we are looking forward to getting surgery, it is extremely important that we remember, like the chemical like nicotine, it has, you know, chemicals, and it has, you know, certain things that don't nourish the body whatsoever at all. So imagine, like for example, since let's say for example the electronic vape you have doesn't have any kind of chemicals, it doesn't really have any kind of like, you know, chemicals. The reality of this, you guys, what happens here is that sorry you guys, my back hurts so much. What happens here is that the smoke itself kills fat cells and it weakens the muscle. Okay, so with that being said, these are things that are really, really, really important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind. So that's why it's important for us to make sure that absolutely everything that I'm telling you guys about right now, you're doing it. You know, the surgeon is going to tell you to stop smoking around at least 30 days before, but that's like the key words, at least. You know, you shouldn't be making it right on that timeline where you just stop smoking, you just stop drinking. Like, in my opinion, you should want to take care of yourself, and you should want to prioritize and nourish your body with things that are actually going to help it, not things that are going to not help it. Okay, you guys, so with that being said, that is something really, really important that I wanted to mention to you guys. Another thing that is important that I wanted to mention to you is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure that we are doing absolutely everything that we're supposed to be doing. Okay, you guys, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is just as important as well is that when you're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, please remember that this is surgery at the end of the day, and you know, you want to be making sure that you're making the most out of today, that you're making the most out of right now, and you want to be making sure that absolutely everything that you're doing it the right, proper way. Okay, so these are things that are really, really important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind. So, you know, basically, like, prepare yourself, get yourself ready, prepare your body. Just because you're about to get a BBL doesn't mean that now you're gonna start eating a bunch of junk food. And just because you're about to get a BBL doesn't mean that now you're like, oh yeah, green light for me to like gain all this weight. No, you guys, that's not a reality. And I feel like a lot of people think that way because they're like, oh, you know, if I gain weight, I have more fat to be put into my butt. But the reality of this, you guys, is that it's a very rare sighting, like very, very rare for a surgeon to tell you, hey, like, you know, gain some weight so that way you can get your surgery. You know, it's very rare because the thing is that we all gain weight in certain areas of our body, you guys. Okay, so these are things you know, we all gain weight in certain areas of our body where we don't even think we have fat in those areas, because we're not a surgeon. We don't have a surgeon's eye. We're not board certified. We don't know about the human body anatomy. You know, there's just so many different factors that play out into when a surgeon takes one good look at you. And, you know, it's a very, like I said, very rare for a surgeon to tell you, hey, like, you need to put some weight on, you know, because the reality of this, you guys, is that when we are, you know, eating like trash and doing a bunch of things that are just really horrible for our body, this is a problem. That we have two different kinds of fat. We have the visceral fat and we have the external fat. So the visceral fat, you guys, is the fat that is by the organs. Okay, you guys, so this fat that is by the organs, you cannot lipo that fat. It is extremely dangerous for you to lipo that fat, so, you know, you just simply can't. The way that you lose this fat is by exercising, by having a diet, by doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. Really, really important, okay? Now, another thing that is important for us to remember, you guys, is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, honestly has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery, you guys. So make sure that absolutely everything that I'm talking about, you know, you guys are making the most out of today. You guys are making the most out of right now. So extremely important that we do remember all of this amazing information. Another thing that is important for us to remember, you guys, is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting in contact with Icon Cosmetic Center, and you're just kind of you know, on top of everything that you're supposed to be doing, and you're very you know, disciplined with it, trust me, everything's gonna go so smoothly because you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, you guys. So with that being said, you guys, for a BBL, you could pay as low as $29 weekly or $129 monthly. For a breast augmentation, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. Okay, you guys, so for a breast augmentation, you could go with either saline or silicone implants. Either or are really amazing, honestly. It's all about like what your personal preference is and stuff like that. So as I was saying, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important as well is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, these things are really important. Why? The thing about us getting surgery, you know, for example, with a breast augmentation, it's important for us to listen to the surgeon's recommendations. It's important for us to make sure that absolutely everything that the surgeon is telling us to do, you know, guiding us, teaching us, illustrating to us, that we follow that and we do exactly that to the T. Okay, you guys, what does that mean to the T? When we follow all the rules and we do everything that we're supposed to be doing. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are really, really, really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well. Now, another thing that is important for us to keep in mind as well and remember is that another thing that's really important for us to remember is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you want to be making sure that everything that you're doing it the right, correct way. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that for breast augmentation, the different kinds of incision for a breast augmentation are the following: on the areola, on your under your boob, or on the armpit. Okay, you guys, so those are the 3 different kinds of incisions that you could go with. And of course, you know, every single surgeon has a different way of doing the incisions. Okay, so you know, every single surgeon has a complete different way. So with that being said, you know, the different factors that play out when we're choosing the right implant size for our breast. You know, let's say, for example, you're an A cup and you would really like to go all the way up to a double D cup. You know, it is important for us to always listen to the surgeon's recommendation and for us to always keep in mind of what it is that the surgeon has to say to us. These are things that are really, really, really important for us to remember. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important that we remember as well is that, you know, the different factors that play out when we're looking forward to getting surgery. Your skin elasticity, how much breast tissue you have, you know, the width of your chest. All of these things matter, and all of these things do play a role when we are, you know, looking forward to choosing the right implant size for us, you guys. So these are things that are really, really important for us to be aware of and keep our mind, you know, on it and stuff like that. So that's why I highly recommend for you to always follow your surgeon's recommendations, because at the end of the day, with everything that we have to offer, if you've been wanting that new cleavage, I'm letting you know now. It is so important that you remember that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we can give that to you and more. And let me tell you something, the way that we can combine procedures, here we can combine procedures in many different ways that you can't even imagine. Like, we could put BBL with breast augmentation. We could put breast augmentation with Lipo 360. We could put tummy tuck with BBL. We could put breast augmentation with BBL, with labiaplasty, with some inner thigh lipo. Like, there's just so many different ways as to how we can get amazing. We can get amazing, you know, combined surgeries. That way we can have more of a complete surgery, okay, you guys? So, like I was saying, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really, really important for us to remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be educating you with the best of the best. So no worries, you guys. You know, if you've been on the hunt trying to find the right clinic, it's not a coincidence that you're on this life right now. Okay? So, extremely important that we remember that. Now, another thing that is important for us to remember is that the Lipo 360 financial plan, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. So this is something really amazing, you guys, because we can get to see how affordable this is and how easy it is for us to finally get that snatched, you know, flat stomach that we've always wanted. So I'm here to let you know now, like, what are you guys waiting for? This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time. This is your season, okay? With these financial plans and summer coming up, girl and guys, you about to be snatched. You about to be snatched, and you got to be making the most out of today. You got to be making the most out of right now, okay? So make sure that, you know, I have my surgery May 20 with Dr. Zong. Can't wait. Sign up, ladies. Oh my gosh. Sejan, how you doing today, love? I am so excited for you. May 20th, girl, that's literally in 19 days. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. And yes, tell them, girl, tell them to sign up. I know you're gonna look gorgeous more, and I bet you already are. You're gonna be so in love with your body, girl. Like, I'm letting you know now, you chose such an amazing place. You know, you did a really good job choosing Icon Cosmetic Center, choosing Dr. Zong. Like, I'm letting you know now, every single one of our 9 board certified surgeons have over 10 years of experience and know how to work with every single type of body type, okay? And why am I saying that? Because, you know, there's many different type of body types, and they all excel. They all successfully transform every single one of our patients. Like, It's something so beautiful to see when you see a patient walking through the door the first day, like their very, very first time being here at the clinic, and they're just talking about how they have all these things that, you know, they don't like, and they just have all these things that they would like to change. And they you know, they're like, you know, but my breasts have sagged a lot, or I have a lot of excess skin, or I don't have enough fat for a BBL. And these are all things, you guys, that I'm letting you know now. You must not know about us. Like, if you are home thinking that you're far from your results, or that your body is too much of this or too less of this, or doesn't have too much of this or has too much of that, I'm here to let you know now, you guys, that those are just anxious thoughts that us as humans, we, you know, put into our mind. And sometimes these are not even our own thoughts. Sometimes, you know, what happens is that we let our brain trick us. So I'm here to let you know now, if you think that you can't get to like your desired look, or that you can't get to where you want to get, you guys, I'm here to let you know now that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, honestly, has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, so that is something that is really, really, really important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind as well. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really, really important that we remember as well is that for Lipo 360, this is used to remove unwanted fat and stubborn fat. Okay, you guys, so extremely important that we do remember all of this amazing information. That way, you know, we can go ahead and get all the care and that we need, and get all the attention possible that we're gonna be needing. Okay, you guys, so like I said, extremely important that you guys do remember all of this amazing information. Okay, so make sure that you guys are following absolutely everything that I'm telling you now. Now, for a tummy tuck, by the way, for a Lipo 360, you could pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that for a tummy tuck, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind. That way, you know, we can go ahead and make sure that we are doing everything that we're supposed to be doing the right, correct way, you guys. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure absolutely we're always going to make sure that, you know, we're leading you towards around the right path. So another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is important as well that we remember is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, you know, for example, for the tummy tuck, we're always going to be teaching you, like, if you need a tummy tuck, or if, like, what you need is Lipo 360, or if you need a lift, or what you need is a breast augmentation. Because sometimes we look at ourselves in the mirror, and sometimes we can't really differ, like, what it is that we need, or what it is that, like, we are looking forward to, but we know what we want to look like, but we don't know what procedures are going to get us to that point. So that's where the surgeons come in. That's where the evaluation, the consultation helps you a whole lot, because you get to see a professional, and a professional gets to see your body type, gets to see what they're working with. Okay, so those are things that are really important for us to remember as well. Now, another thing that is important for us to remember as well, you guys, is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it has never been easier like today right now for you to finally get your surgery. So make sure that absolutely everything that we have to offer here to you guys, you are doing it, you're keeping up with it. So like I was saying, for a tummy tuck, you know, a tummy tuck is when you have excess skin, you guys. Great indications that you will be an amazing candidate for a tummy tuck will be like the following. You know, for example, let's say when you are looking forward to getting surgery and you don't really know what it is, so you look at yourself in the mirror and you see that you have your belly button kind of looks like it's hooding down, or it kind of looks like a sad face, and you see that you're experiencing some excess skin at the lower part of your abdomen area. These are all great indications that you will be an amazing candidate for a tummy tuck. Okay, you guys, so this is not only for people that have been pregnant in the past. For example, I believe somebody asked me, is it common for people that have never had kids to get a tummy tuck? And yes, you guys, it's actually very common, because tummy tucks get, like when you need a tummy tuck, it gets caused by two different things. It could either be pregnancy, because when we're pregnant, of course, our belly stretches out for our baby to grow and stuff like that. And then it could also be because we went through a major weight loss journey, and now that we've lost the weight, we're experiencing excess skin, we're experiencing a belly button that kind of looks like it's drooping down, like it's hooding down, and we're seeing that the belly button kind of looks like a sad face. Okay, these are all also great indications that you will be an amazing candidate for a tummy tuck, whether you've had a kid or not. Okay, because it's not only for people who have had kids. Okay, so as I was saying, the tummy tuck, it repairs the abdominal muscle, does lipo on the flanks. You may be wondering, well, why do I need my abdominal muscle repaired? The reason why you need your abdominal muscle repaired, you guys, is because when we're looking forward to getting surgery, all of these things really matter. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember as well is that this was going to be allowing the outside part of our abdomen to look as flat as possible. So when we're looking forward to getting a tummy tuck, basically what we are looking forward to having is a flat stomach with no excess skin, a brand new belly button, that looks more centered, symmetrical with the rest of our body, more natural looking, it doesn't look like it's drooping down or it looks like a sad face. So I'm telling you now, that's the reason why it's important to repair the abdominal muscle. 9 times out of 10, if you're getting a tummy tuck, your abdominal muscle has to be repaired as well, because like I said right now, this is gonna allow the outside part of your abdomen to look as flat as possible. Now, when you repair your abdominal muscle, you guys, and then they do lipo on the flanks, once they're done doing that, they stretch out that skin and they make sure that your belly button is symmetrical with the rest of your body and with your stomach, your abdomen, and then they go ahead and remove the excess skin. So with that being said, that's what a tummy tuck is. And there's 2 different kinds of incisions when it comes down to having a tummy tuck, which are the following. The mini tummy tuck, the incision is from bikini line to bikini line, okay, and the full tummy tuck is from hip to hip. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are really, really important for us to remember. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is equally as important as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always have to be making sure that absolutely everything that we're doing it the right, correct way. So make sure that you're leaving your information right here in this yellow folder, because I'm telling you now, you do not want to miss out on these financial plans. You guys, I'm letting you guys know now with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. Honestly, has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, you guys, so make sure that you guys are doing absolutely everything that we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so like how I was saying, for a mommy makeover, you could pay as low as $39 or $149. Okay, $39 weekly or $149 monthly. A mommy makeover is a tummy tuck where it repairs the abdominal muscle, does lipo on the flanks. Once they're done doing that, they stretch out that skin. They make sure your belly button is full centered and symmetrical with the rest of your body. Okay, then you go ahead you guys, then you're gonna go ahead and make sure that absolutely everything that you're doing is for your favor. Like, you want to be taking advantage of everything that we have to offer. It's basically what I'm saying. You don't want to keep letting time pass you by and you just you just keep just talking about your surgery, or you just keep talking just about it to your partner or to your friends or to your family, you know, like it could become a reality. You just have to prioritize yourself. You just have to set your mind on one thing. So those are things that are really, really important for us to remember as well. Now, another thing that is important for us to remember as well, you guys, is that when you guys are looking forward to getting surgery, you have to be making sure that you are receiving the right information. What does that mean? Like, for example, for a mommy makeover, if what you want is a tummy tuck with a breast augmentation, or with a breast lift and a breast augmentation, the smartest thing for you to go with will be a mommy makeover. And no worries, you guys, you know, even if you walk in all confused, you don't know what it is that you want, you don't know what it is that you need, that's what we're here for, you guys. That's what we're here for, to cater to your needs, to cater to your wants, to attend to you better. So it's really, really important for us to remember that information, okay? So now, the mommy makeover also include a breast surgery of your choice, of your liking, of your preference, which is what? You know, a breast augmentation, a breast lift, a breast reduction, or a breast fat transfer. Let's say, for example, that you're just looking forward to getting a breast reduction because your boobs are really big and, you know, it's been causing you some back pain, it's uncomfortable, you would like smaller breasts, and you're wondering, well, can I go ahead and do that with my tummy tuck, and can I add a BBL too? Of course, you guys. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have so many different ways as to how we can combine procedures for you guys. So, of course. So, now, let's say that you're looking forward to getting a breast lift with a breast fat transfer, and you're wondering, can I go ahead and do it as well? Of course, you guys. Now, let me put another example. Let's say that you're looking forward to getting a breast lift with a breast augmentation because, you know, you're looking for the most projection possible, the most upper pull fullness, the most side boob, you know. You are gonna be probably wondering, like, well, can I do that? Can I also add chin lipo and inner thigh lipo if I want? Of course, you guys. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we can combine your procedures in so many different ways. It's honestly really, really amazing that we get to see how we can combine these procedures. You know, it's really convenient. So as I was saying, you guys, for a mommy makeover, you could pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly. Now, for a labiaplasty, you could pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. For anyone that doesn't know what a labiaplasty is a surgery that is done on the outside part of the vagina, on the labia lips, and on the clitoral hood, you guys. So it's extremely important that we remember all of this amazing information. Now, another thing that is important for us to remember, you guys, is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, honestly, has never been easier for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that you probably don't even know what a labiaplasty is. You probably don't even know what issues, you know, a person has to be going through to decide and go with a labiaplasty. But the reality of this, you guys, is that when we are looking forward to getting a labiaplasty is when we are experiencing constant friction with our clothes, our panties, our shorts. And the reality of this, you guys, is that you're gonna keep going through this because you can't go outside naked. You have to wear clothes every single day of your life for the rest of your life. You know, it's literally illegal to go outside naked, right? So this is something, probably, like, if I just said something right now that you relate to, this is something that you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life. So why not just go ahead and make sure that you are doing doing your research and finding out what can help you, so you don't have to keep going through this for the rest of your life. I'm letting you know now, another perfect example would be when you're having sex with your partner, whoever it may be, and you can't even focus on your partner, you can't even focus on yourself, you can't even enjoy the moment, you can't even grasp what's going on because you're constantly thinking about what's going on down there with your vagina. Okay, you guys, so I'm letting you know now, you do not have to keep suffering in silence. This is something that doesn't have to keep going and going and going on. It's as simple as that, you guys. You can easily just make the most out of today and make the most out of right now, and make sure that you're doing absolutely everything that you're supposed to be doing in order for you to be able to get the best results. Okay, so what do I mean by this? You know, if you're struggling with any of these two situations that I just mentioned, you guys, please go ahead and leave your information right here in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. And let me tell you something else, you guys. For everybody that is listening to me now and you've been wanting to get surgery, what are you guys waiting for? We offer free virtual consultations. We offer free in-person consultations. You can go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys Now, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really important that I remind you guys as well is that when we are looking forward to looking forward to getting surgery, this is a perfect example of how we can combine procedures. So for a tummy tuck and BBL, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly. So this is a perfect example of how we can combine procedures, you guys. Now, last but not least, for lipo and breast augmentation, the combination of both procedures together, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly. Okay, you guys. So with that being said, make sure that you are, knowing about all of these amazing financial plans that we have to offer here to you guys at Icon Cosmetic Center. Extremely important that you guys do remember all of this amazing information. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for joining the live today. Stay tuned as we'll be coming back with lots of exciting new information. Make sure that you're leaving your information right here in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Also remember, we have 3 locations of Icon Cosmetic Center located in Miami, Florida. We have one in Blue Lagoon, which is where I'm currently in right now. We have one in Doral, and we have one in Hialeah. So the one in Blue Lagoon, the surgeons that reside in this location are Dr. Muraden, Dr. Gurani, Dr. Giselle Gurani, and Dr. June. Okay, the surgeons that reside in the Doral location are Dr. Porter and Dr. Fisher. And the surgeons that reside in the Hialeah location are Dr. Tamer, Dr. Zong, and Dr. Harrell. Okay, you guys, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining the live today. We'll see you back very soon, so stay tuned, you guys, and have an amazing rest of your day.